All right, welcome to our 250th birthday for America. Happy 4th of July to you all. The first thing we're going to do on this All-American Day is we're going to bring on.
If it's no Scottish, it's crap!
Welcome to the American celebration.
No, that was funny. That was funny. I'm completely not American.
It's certainly not. But in spirit.
Yeah, hello.
In spirit.
Do I have to start speaking in an American accent or something?
You do not. We do not all sound that way. Okay.
All right. Okay.
And I resent that. Anyway. Kidding.
I shall behave.
All right. We do have a representation though.
Truly exceptional. And he had one thing you haven't got.
What's that, sir?
A great big bushy beard. Come on.
All right, welcome to the show. Man with a great big bushy beard. Hey. Happy 4th of July. I got my Mexican Coke.
Yep, me too. It's the only Cokes I buy.
Yep.
I have water. That's it.
Yeah, water. I can. I get that little.
I got my bare arms over here. My spears.
There you go. There you go.
You're just making me insanely jealous. We're not even allowed to use harsh language over here. Damn it!
I know. I got this spear at a sporting goods store. Check this out.
Wow.
That's cool.
This is a sporting goods store. It just happened to have that. Okay. Well.
And if that's not enough,
Nice.
What would be scarier? A guy coming out with a shotgun, spear, or a hammer?
Millinor. Oh wow.
How about a hammer in one hand and a spear in the other?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Shotgun in the back as well.
Okay. Hey, Lauren FR.
All right.
Welcome.
And I'm
today.
also the rightful
ahead.
king of England there. Just to let you know.
Oh, wow. Did you pull it out of the stone? Good
Nice.
deal. Yep. rightful heir of England. Is that from the actual Excalibur movie?
Yeah, that's from the Boorman film.
Yeah.
Ah, cool. Nice.
There you go. The only Excalibur movie. There you go. Anyway.
Another one?
I don't know of any.
Oh, there's the Merlin mini series with Sam Neill. That's not bad. I've got that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember that. I do remember that.
All I know is a strange woman laying in a pond distributed that sword to me.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
That's how these things
Well,
go,
I mean,
isn't it?
naked women lay around in ponds all the time giving swords out. I mean, it's pretty common occurrence in certain parts of the world. Anyway, nothing to see here. All right. I thought we'd talk about some of our previous shows. Thank goodness Cruel showed up. Poor John hasn't been in for most of these, or any of them. I think of any of them. We covered some famous American conspiracies. I've got a nice little poll that we're going to that's going to be available during the show. Starting with the Kennedy assassination, the FBI trilogy, which is the 3 shows we did.
Oh, yes.
Starting with Ruby Ridge, then following with Waco, and then following with OKC. So all 3 of those events happened within 6 years of each other. And all 3 of them had the FBI up to their eyeballs involved in them. And so I thought that they all kind of belonged together. Kind of a neat package.
Right. The trilogy, we'll call it. Eh?
Well, the FBI trilogy, yeah.
Yeah.
And Building 7. That was an interesting show. And MK Ultra. So it just recently come back in the news. They had a Senate hearing on it the other day.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, interesting stuff showed up, especially around the assassination of Charlie Kirk, and the first assassin of Trump, Butler. Some very similar things where you have a kid that's heading in this direction, and suddenly he's rapidly heading in the other direction.
Right. Yeah.
And violently so. So that's we're going to talk about those 4, and then we'll talk about what we think is going to be some conspiracies, or at least conspiracies we haven't discussed on the show yet, and then we're going to talk about some conspiracies that we think will be the conspiracy theories of the future.
Oh, nice. I was just thinking that would be pretty fun.
Yeah, so that'd be that's kind of our rules of the road that we're going to go today. So we'll start out with okay. Well, we'll start out with some. So we'll talk about some of the conspiracies that we already covered. So out of those, I saw you kind of react to Building 7, John. What's your perspective on that one?
Well, you believe it or not, I should know more about it, but my personal connection to it is my buddy John was a safety guy, and he was there, and his job was to work the front door.
Oh, really?
So people wouldn't come in, and he's he was working for insurance companies, not letting people inside the building.
Right.
And, what he told me was he says his main job was to keep the fire department out of the building.
To keep the fire department out of the
they were going in and robbing the building blind. He says that they literally would push him up, keep him occupied, come out with TVs, whatever, handheld safes, just robbing the building blind because nobody was in there. They went up, and all I could think of was, why would they be going up and down the building if they thought it was going to collapse?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that we pointed out, and we actually played this clip, was that the BBC did a breaking news report on the falling of Building 7.
Yeah.
And Building 7 was still up behind them. And while they were waxing poetic about it, it fell.
Oh my goodness, the building missed its cue.
Yeah, and then they're like, one of them said, "Oh, there it goes."
Yeah, I mean, I'm not one of these overnight people that like Googles 4 things and becomes an expert in demolitions and
right.
I'm an electrician. It didn't burn down from electrical wiring, so no. My expertise is nothing. But my spidey sense says that something weird is going on. Like,
yeah,
I was in Queens, so I was far away,
right?
But, I've since worked in that area. My uncle John, same name as me, was the manager of both buildings, the Twin Towers, while they were being built.
Wow!
While they were until he retired in like around 2002. No, what am I saying? 1992. Excuse me.
Right.
And he used to say that these buildings are death traps. And my friend Sean's father, he was another guy that was a bigwig in the Twin Towers, and he used to say these buildings are death traps. If ever there's a fire, he goes, nobody's getting out alive, and he used to complain all the time. So I mean, just talking about normal everyday stuff. And then the sad thing is, he spent 23 years working in the Twin Towers, and then his son was one of the people that died. And I'll never forget at his wake. He got up. I can't think of it without getting emotional. He said, those 2 buildings took 22 years of my life, and they wanted more. They took my son. And man, did everybody, I don't care who you are, you were in tears. With big German guy, looked like Otto von Bismarck. Just I'll never forget that.
Wow. I mean, that's a perspective I haven't heard before.
But the guys in my field all ran out to the buildings.
Yeah.
And they said that I know I'm going to get in trouble for saying this, but the fire department did nothing. They did nothing. Right. And whenever they found a body in the rubble, they would push because they were robbing the
covered
gold.
It up.
They were robbing the gold exchange in the basement. He said they all had diamonds and gold in their pockets. They all went down to the basement.
Well,
that's something I haven't heard. That's definitely something
you never know.
Yeah,
man.
So,
wow.
So I'm getting in trouble. I'll be getting. That's what I heard. I wasn't there, but between my friend Sean, my friend John saying, his job, because he was a big guy, back,
Yeah.
25 years ago. His job was to just be the guy who doesn't let anybody in the building, and he got overpowered, and all day long they would,
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I haven't seen that mentioned.
We've
very
seen
often.
Gangs of New York.
Gangs of New York, yeah.
Right. Right. Well, it's interesting, but it's when they talk about the hero firemen, they're really talking about like 2 or 3 houses that actually almost got wiped out, and that was like a minuscule amount as compared to the firemen that were there that day, and yet, they talk about all of them being heroes, and yet it was just like
In the basement robbing the place.
wow. Okay. Well, that you've heard.
Well, there you go.
You didn't hear it here, folks. You did not hear that here. That is strictly rumor, but interesting. Anyway. Okay. With the MK Ultra hearings the other day, were very interesting in that they brought in several experts, and a lot of this has been declassified, and so they've had people like go through the information that they've been able to look at, and several were on Chapel Hill the other day, and they were talking about how a lot of the things that MK Ultra, which is a program that was created by the CIA, basically based off of stolen KGB files about how they were creating soldiers, basically brainwashing people into becoming like complicit. And so CIA's like, ooh, new toy, and so they implemented this program all across the 60s into the 70s, and probably might still be going in some
It probably
capacity.
goes now.
Right. And it was basically,
it's just got a fancy new name, that's all.
There you go. But a main component to it, to the conditioning was basically mind-altering substances.
Right. Yeah.
And mind-altering substances got you into the right frame of mind. And the biggest proponent for mind-altering substances was a guy by the name of Timothy O'Leary. Timothy O'Leary is directly connected to the CIA.
Well, there you go. You remember the good old days when they just offer you a big bag of money?
There you go.
I've been saying since Columbine that every one of these mass shooters, school shooters, have been on antipsychotic medicines.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And I started to become aware of that because I dated a girl in college. We broke up, and then she proceeded to go get married to a lawyer, and they moved to San Francisco. The dream come true.
Right.
And they were married for 2 months, and she comes home one day, and he's sitting in the middle of the living room, completely naked, covered in dirt. She was into potted plants. So she was one of the girls that always had potted plants. And he was just, all the plants around all over, writing on the walls. And he just said, I love you so much, I don't have to take my medicine anymore. And she found out that he was on antipsychotics. He stopped taking them, so he appeared normal and went berserkowitz. And she said, oh, good, I'm celebrating. I'm going to go get a bottle of champagne, and left and never came back. They were only married for 2 months. But she started telling me about this, and I started paying attention to these antipsychotic medicines.
SSRIs, yeah.
Yeah, and every one of these people, they, from Columbine onward, were on these, is that MK Ultra? And then you see all these commercials may promote suicidal thoughts. And blah, blah,
right.
Blah.
Oh, yeah.
I find it too much of a coincidence.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Could be something there, yeah.
Well, there you go. Hold on a second.
Matt said he just...
Sup, John? Sup, Chad?
Matt's patriotic duty.
Back from ripping foreign flags down in my neighborhood. There you go. True patriot right there.
I got to go outside. The fireworks start. Where I live now, it's like a fireworks show. So right after this show, I'm outside with my...
Oh, cool.
Beer. Yeah. I cleaned my barbecue today.
There you go. There you go.
George Washington didn't invent the barbecue for us to sit around on thanks.
No, he did not. He did not. That's definitely that Washington invention. Anyway, well, the thing about MK Ultra though, is what is really fascinating to me is the fact that it's called a conspiracy theory.
Right. When it's clearly not.
It's clearly not a
Clearly
conspiracy
not.
theory.
Well, if they're declassifying information, it exists.
Exactly. One of the things that you do when you want to prove something is, okay, you start out with the theory, and then you move to proving the theory, and then you go to basically once you've established the hypothesis is a true one, then you replicate the results. That is the scientific method.
Right.
Now, first of all, the theories came from Russia. They were proven in Russia. But CIA, different programs all across, including Haight-Ashbury, by the way, in San Francisco, where a young man showed up, a hippie named Charles Manson.
Oh, I've heard of him.
And he was treated there. And then Charles Manson goes and uses the same techniques he was taught and creates a family of murderous monsters out of hippies.
Well, to be fair, you don't have to push a hippie too far. Hippies
Not
are
too
the
far.
best people
Not
I've
too far,
ever met.
no.
I've never met a hippie who didn't beat up his girlfriend.
There you go. Well, it's like that moral superiority they feel for being so in tune with the universe or
I think
whatever.
it's because they can't stand the smell of their own patchouli disgusted body.
It's possible. It's entirely possible. Yeah.
Maybe they're just arseholes.
Hello from Ireland. Hey, Daniel.
All right.
Hey, welcome. So there we go. So basically, so that is definitely that's one of those things that gets called or labeled conspiracy theory that really is not. It just isn't.
What does the MK stand for?
Moon Knight. It's about Marvel Comics.
No, it's not Moon Knight. No, it's
Not Mortal Kombat either. So
Not Marvel.
No, not Mortal Kombat either. No, hold on.
I don't know.
Let me
That's
make
a
sure.
good question. That's one of those things you hear all the
we
time.
never covered that in the show. I don't think what actually meant. Mind. Well, that would be MC, wouldn't it? It'd be MC Ultra mind control. A little bit bland.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Well, I don't know. Control might be spelled with a K in Russia. I don't know.
You could be right. Yeah, never thought of that.
Okay. Well, it's a arbitrary CIA cryptonym prefix standing for Office of Technical Service, while Ultra is an arbitrary word selected from dictionary. The letters do not stand for mind control with a K or any other literal phrases. They were chosen specifically to be meaningless, so the program's purposes will not be guessed.
It's specifically to be mean, but not sinister or ominous or anything. They should have just called it like the puppy dog. The puppy dog protocol. Or
There you
something
go.
like that. Nobody
There you
would
go.
care.
The
That would
puppy
go
dog
nice. The
protocol.
wee puppy dog.
It's the
There
puppy
you go,
dog
there you go.
protocol. Carry on, you guys. MK Ultra. It sounds like Lex
It's
Luthor.
cute.
I know.
It's so cute. It's just cute. It's just a cute little program. This little hobby we picked up.
I
This
know.
little hobby.
Come on, CIA. Come on. Come up with better names. The butterfly handshake smiley guy.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm serious.
come up with anything.
Well, MK Ultra is pretty damn sinister sounding
Right.
to me. I mean, it just is.
If
MK Ultra.
I mean,
It sounds like something that you find in manga, doesn't it?
right. Well, I mean, I
does,
can't
yeah.
help but think about that Superman villain, the Ultra Humanite, who's like considered one of Superman's first, and his
Right.
ability was like mind controlling people. You know,
Yeah.
so like right away, comic book people they hear MK Ultra, the first thing they
Yeah.
oh, this is mind control.
Yeah. Us comic book people. When we hear MK Ultra, we're like, oh, that's bad. That's a bad.
Yeah.
That's a bad thing right there. You know.
Right.
Um.
And I mean, we've been hearing about the government and trying to persuade
Oh.
people from day one.
Gotcha.
You know, I mean, what's his name? Anton LaVey, not Anton
Yeah.
LaVey.
Oh, yeah.
Aleister Crowley was trying to, get people.
Right. Well, Aleister Crowley wasn't. He was Ordo, something or other.
Yeah, Or no,
I can't remember the.
I know, but I can't think of it off.
It's a
But
fake
it turns out
Latin.
he was MI6. He was a government agent.
Oh, okay. Well, that's possible. I mean, I don't know. I do know that he was more hedonistic. It was more about do as thou wilt, whatever. And Anton LaVey is the one that really attached it to Satanism and wrote like the Bible of it. I ran into a Satanist the other day, and I asked him this question. He's like, "Oh, it's all about self-actualization and stuff like that. It doesn't really have anything to do with Satan as a being or whatever." And I was like, so basically, do as thou wilt. Doesn't really? It's kind of like a dead end because you don't have any parameters. You don't have any. What does it mean as thou wilt? Does it mean you follow every urge that you've got in you? How in the world is that a way to build a life? You know. And he had no answers for me. He's
basically
just like
means you're a slave to impulse.
Exactly.
As paradoxical as it sounds, and it only took me, 53 years to realize, but discipline is freedom.
Yeah. There you go.
You know, like it sounds like a weird thing to say, but like, all right, like I know this is just stupid, but
right.
I said I wanted to wake up early and clean my grill for 4th of July. You know, so I got up at 7 o'clock this morning before it got hot. I live in New York. It's unbearable. Without exaggerating, it's 18,000 degrees Celsius right now.
There you go.
So I woke up early and I cleaned my grill, and then I said the rest of my day is free. Now, if I did what I wilt, I would have slept in late. I would have woke up at 11. It would have been unbearably hot, and then my whole day would have been shot. My plans would have been shot. If I give in to and I know this is a minor thing, but I'm saying when you have some discipline, the rest of my day, what did I do with the rest of the day? I read Dave Brink's Perfect 10, 1-6, you know, because I did, discipline.
Well, the thing that's interesting is when you talk about that particular philosophy, do as thou wilt, that's the equivalent of a dragster burning out. And it's because there's absolutely no forward momentum. You're just spinning your tires.
Right.
The only way you go forward is with the discipline that it's like when the tires hook up on the asphalt and move forward.
Think of it this. Okay, so I want to buy this ice cream cone. I want to buy this comic book. I want to buy this. I want to buy that. Now I'm evicted from my house because I spent all my money. Because do what you wilt. I have no discipline. I do this. I do that. I do that. I cheat on my wife.
Welcome to Gen Z.
And now
Gen Z.
And now I have monkeypox.
There you go.
And now my freedom is taken away from me because I'm ill and in a hospital. You know what I mean? Do as you.
Right.
They think do as you will is freedom, but do as you will is actually slavery.
Yeah, it is. And oh, by the way, the people who aren't doing as they wilt and that are disciplined are going to wind up controlling your life.
Right. Like I saw somebody's like, oh, Christianity, it's no wonder it's doing well because they just tell you what you want to hear. And I was just like, yeah, they tell you exactly
what version of Christianity are they talking about?
What you want to hear, like stay loyal,
right?
Don't cheat on your spouse, don't give in to your emotions, you know what I mean? Sacrifice, save, that's exactly what everybody wants to.
That's everybody wants to hear. Yeah.
Deny your impulses and live a disciplined life.
And this is good. This is wrong. And there's a difference. Everybody loves that.
I was just like, okay. Christianity tells me exactly what I want to hear.
There you go. Exactly. Anyway.
Love my neighbor. I want to punch my neighbor.
Okay. Let me go back and catch these two right quick.
I'm sorry, I talked too much. I had way too much.
Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine.
You
Michael Aquino,
lovingly punch them. Lovingly punch them.
Punch them with love.
Right.
Smite them with love.
There you go. Well, Michael Aquino, Satanist Army mind control specialist, also was involved. He was involved with Anton LaVey. Also is involved with ultimately an individual named L. Ron Hubbard, who created Scientology, and a lot of those, a lot of the same MK Ultra mind control techniques are in Scientology.
Well, there you go then.
So, yeah, LaVey was Aquino's friend until Aquino set up his own church. LaVey was nobody's friend. Anton LaVey was nobody's friend. I did a rabbit hole dive on him a few years ago, and what I discovered is not anything you want in your brain. Trust me.
Oh, not a cuddly character, is he?
not cuddly at all. No, no. His own what he did to his own daughter.
Oh yeah. I've seen an interview with her.
Yeah. Just watch an interview with her at some point.
Yeah,
you
I did. Yeah.
And she kept saying, she's like, I'm leaving this out, I'm leaving all this out, I'm leaving this out. You know, it's like, whoa. So she hadn't told everything that went on, but anyway.
No.
So all this like wrapped up in MK Ultra, and it's like ultimately, what was the purpose of it? It was and there's good proof that a lot of the trans activists that are shooting up schools and churches and everything is like the ultimate outcome of MK Ultra programming. Because the kind of things that are being injected into these people, the hormones, are way more concentrated than SSRIs ever thought of being. SSRIs basically mess with the chemistry of your brain, but those hormones mess with the chemistry of your entire body.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I mean, like the girl that shot up in Nashville, you know, they still haven't officially released her manifesto, but there's people that got copies of it, and and she was basically, when you read how she completely lost her grasp on reality, and it all had to do with the hormones.
I mean, can imagine. Completely. Yeah.
She shot up a church school, and yet nobody talks about it.
Man, I mean, gone are the days when people went off their heads on acid and LSD.
Exactly. But yeah, the reason why she didn't do worse is because the Nashville police got there, didn't even ask her to drop her gun. They just dropped her. They just dropped her. Headshot. Boom. Gone. And but she had enough ammo to take out pretty much all the staff in that building.
Right. Clear and present danger then.
Yeah, the worst shootings have happened in blue cities where the police were told to hold back. Parkview, the one in Florida, and the one in outside of Austin.
Yeah. I actually heard somewhere, and I assume this is true, that there's actually more gun crime in the blue states compared to the reds.
Yeah. Well, when you take away the ability for a ordinary citizen to have a gun, then the only people going to have guns are not ordinary citizens.
Yeah, exactly. It's very much like nuclear deterrent, really, isn't it?
It's pretty much like Europe. Pretty much like Europe. Yeah.
Or here, we get to do nothing.
Yeah. There you go.
In the 90s, the Louisiana legislature was debating whether or not carjacking was a legitimate self-defense. Like, could you shoot somebody that's trying to carjack you? Okay. And everybody was like, because carjacking was a big deal back in Louisiana. And I remember Jesse Jackson and all those guys. It's just a license to hunt black people. You know, it's like,
of course.
Are you saying that black people are the only ones that are carjacking?
Well, they voted typical. Yeah. If they said that the car is an extension of your home, and if you're getting carjacked, you may use lethal force, which I think it's funny that you have permission to defend yourself. But guess what happened?
What?
Carjacking went away. That's it.
Well, when they said you can shoot somebody that carjacks you, all of a sudden the guys were like, maybe I'm not going to carjack today.
Right,
that's it. Yeah.
Maybe not.
That might do it.
Well, it's funny when you say what Bukele has done in Colombia. You know, I mean, almost overnight. Is it Colombia?
El Salvador.
El Salvador. Yeah. But overnight, it went from just like gang-ridden hellhole to basically sunlit beaches and safe environment. You know,
that's where the CCOP prisons are, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what did he say? He says it doesn't matter if you arrest the criminals if the judges are going to keep releasing.
If the judge is going to let them out, so he got rid of the judges first.
Got rid of the judges.
Yeah. I saw a wee thing on YouTube about the CCOP prisons. Yeah, you don't want to go in there. Oh.
No, he just stacks them like firewood, and he's like, if you're going to act like an animal, we'll treat you like an animal, and just boom, Yeah,
so exactly. Yeah.
It is what it is. So anyway, the other is the FBI trilogy. That's the other one. Now the FBI trilogy is the so the FBI trilogy. If you want to vote, 1, 2, 3, or 4 in the chat will be a vote for which one of these conspiracies that you think is like probably at least the most important or one of the biggest conspiracies in American history.
Yeah.
We have shows on all 4 of these in the Cryptids and Conspiracies. Just
and many more shows that you all need to go back and watch.
Many more that you need to. Yeah. Anyway, as a matter of fact, John, you might want to catch up on these. Anyway,
I love all this stuff.
There you go. So what would be by the FBI trilogy? Okay, starting with Ruby Ridge.
Yeah.
And what happened in Ruby Ridge, where a man was essentially set up, surrounded. His son and his wife were both gunned down. And his wife was gunned down by a man by the name of Lon Horiuchi, who worked with the FBI as a sniper. Now, his name shows up again about 2 years later, and another situation where people were surrounded and wiped out called Waco.
Yeah.
And Lon Horiuchi was there. So the only reason that Lon would show up anywhere is to kill people.
Imagine that.
Yeah, imagine that. And oh, by the way, David Koresh at one point tried to surrender and was shot by a sniper.
I wonder who that could have been.
Wonder who that was.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
What was David Koresh doing?
Well,
what was the crimes that were being committed?
They were acquiring weaponry.
Okay.
And saving up for just such a day. That's what happened
Texas.
to them.
Okay, so that's 90% of Texans.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I don't know.
But that's just it. I remember when Waco happened, and I remember Janet Reno called in the firebombing or whatever. Yeah. And then what offended me, and I don't offend easy, is like 3 weeks later, it's Janet Reno's dance party on Saturday Night Live, and Will Ferrell they're doing, and then the real Janet Reno comes out, and I'm just like, you just killed 90 people, and you're on Saturday Night Live dancing around like.
Mm-hmm. He froze up. Anyway.
So I was thinking it just went silent right there for a minute.
No, he froze up. He'll be right back.
He's talking like,
Yeah. Well, but the thing about it was Ruby Ridge wasn't under Janet Reno. It was under Ashcroft, I think it was.
Right. Is that the one that they set him up when he was buying guns or something, wasn't it?
That's the one.
Yeah.
That is the one, yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, though, is the people who were in place under Ashcroft, who were in control of the FBI, were in control of FBI during Waco.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so,
consistency.
Exactly. You're back. Back, John.
Yeah, sorry, Janet Reno was at the door. I had to go answer it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But what I was saying was nobody could explain to me, even at the time, what was going on. What was going on? And my father was like, I don't know. I don't know. But and back at the time, I was liberal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, what is going on? And then you remember Elian Gonzalez, the government came in and got this.
That was Reno too.
At gunpoint and brought him back to Cuba. You remember the Democrats would, remember Harry Reid tried to pass the anti-illegal alien entry act. I don't understand what happened at Ruby Ridge. What was he doing?
They basically tried to turn him as to be an informant against a white supremacy group that he was trading with for trading guns with, and he refused to do so. And suddenly, the situation came up to where he was invited to come to court or told to come to court. And then they changed the date, but because he did a Dropbox and didn't have any direct way to contact him, when they changed the time, to an earlier time, he didn't get a hold of. They didn't have the information, and so a bench warrant was put out for him, and they just went up there and were observing him, and his son and a family friend who was there was following their dog.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was thinking that. Yeah.
Yep. And the observers decided that the only way that they weren't going to get discovered was to kill the dog. And
yes,
a young teenage
right.
boy sees some strangers just show up and shoot his dog, and he fired back because somebody just shot his dog. Okay, and his friend opened fire, and one of the I think it was a marshal, part of the marshal service. One of them was shot, and they returned fire, but they shot the 14-year-old boy in the back.
Right.
That's right. Running away, of course. He was.
Yeah. And so rather than fix the whole thing, they showed up, and then they established a rules of engagement that cleared all their actions up to that point.
Of course, yes.
And then basically they brought in the bloodthirsty guy named Lon Horiuchi, and
remember, kids, remember, children, the FBI can do no wrong.
Can do no wrong. Anyway, they wound that psycho trying to shoot the husband wound up shooting the mother through the head while she opened the door for him. They were checking on the bodies they're checking on his son's body. Okay, and he's coming back to and basically they thought, oh, he's out in the open, and started shooting, and so he got shot several times, and he was trying to get back to the cabin, and she opened the door to let him in with a baby in her arm, and Lon, trying to lead him for the fatal shot her and killed her. Okay, and the FBI was not aware of this, so they spent days trying to appeal to her to let her kids think about your kids and to surrender.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, because Lon failed to mention that he had shot somebody else in the cabinet. So that made him even madder, and that made him hold out longer because he's pissed that they were trying.
Is that guy? Is he still around?
Probably. He's probably in the millionaire. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
But anyway, so the same guy shows up at Waco, and then Oklahoma City happens, and it happens supposedly in reaction to Waco.
That's right, yeah.
But the guy who pulled it off and his partner were both military and connected. And,
very patriotic as well, from what we were.
Yeah, very patriotic. Anyway, and one of the things that happened was the FBI completely, totally evacuated their branch that morning. There was no FBI in the facility grounds.
Yeah, and I heard there was like records that were destroyed.
Yeah.
Yes. There was definitely records destroyed.
Wasn't there something about explosive sniffing dogs there earlier or something as well?
Something like that. Yeah. But the records, a lot of the records that were destroyed had to do with the Waco thing.
Interesting, isn't it? The plot thickens.
Yeah. So anyway, there is direct lines between Ruby Ridge to Waco to Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
And Timothy McVeigh absolutely admitted to everything and blew right by any kind of appeal process and went straight to the chair. And oh, by the way, the one method of killing a person, the execution, the one that you can probably fake is lethal injection, and that's what got.
Well, I mean, wasn't there something in the research that we did for that there was it was a prelude to them introducing the Patriot Act or something?
Yeah, the Patriot. This is one of the things they quoted the Patriot Act.
Yeah.
It didn't quite get passed back to Oklahoma City, but it did get passed after 9/11.
Right. Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
So, so there seems to be a chain happening here. Okay, we got Ruby Ridge, you got Waco, and you got Oklahoma City, and then you got 9/11. It all happens within the like 6 years of each other.
Three of those happened under Clinton.
Yeah. And
Well.
and ultimately, what's the end of that rainbow? The Patriot Act, which was the biggest dissolution of private privacy in America.
That's right.
history.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
So, you know, all of it all happened with the same administrators behind the scene. The same deep state actors were a part of every single one of these things.
Yep.
Because it happened like at the tail end of HW through Clinton into early days of W. So Bush, Clinton, Bush. And so all these things happen.
And
It's-
don't
a lot of the same
forget
actors.
the senior Bush was one of the founder members of the CIA.
CIA. Yeah.
Right.
He was the director of the CIA.
It's the classic, isn't it?
Yep.
Create
Yep.
a problem on one hand, create the solution on the other.
And here's another little interesting tidbit. Did you know that Obama's mother was a secretary for the director of the CIA? What are the odds?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. No.
Wow.
Stanley Ann Durham. Her name was Stanley
Oh.
Ann Durham, and she was a director. She was the secretary for the director of the CIA, and then her son goes
Wow.
up to be president. Like,
Wow, it's just such a coincidence, isn't
It's
it?
like all these things just seem to pop up over and over again.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess you could say that probably MK Ultra, Building 7, and FBI Trilogy are pretty much all part of the same amorphous mass there.
It's all connected.
Well, the thing about it is a lot of the things that Kennedy refused to sign into law before he got killed had to do with early things that they were trying to do with the Patriot Act. So
Well, that was the biggest bummer, wasn't it? It's just like, yeah. When all the information was
Bush
released
pretty
about
much raised Obama. Okay.
that was the biggest bummer about the info that was released about Kennedy, wasn't it? It was just like, the CIA did it. It's just like, no shit, Sherlock. We already knew that.
Yeah, but it's like it became irrefutable. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, where was the phrase conspiracy theory first used?
Yeah, the CIA used it to make people look stupid.
It was used in the report of the Warren Act, or the Warren Committee, that was investigating the Kennedy assassination.
Well, there you go.
That's the first time it became in use in vernacular. My conspiracy theory of the girl boss movement was started by Chris Claremont in the mid-'80s with his deliberate restructuring X-Men, a female-centric book. Couldn't do it on Burns' watch, though. Interesting. That's an interesting theory. As much as Claremont gets glazed, yeah, he did have a lot of girl bosses.
Yep.
Like the whole entire storm
His
with the Mohawk
saving
thing.
grace was he actually made good characters, though.
Yeah, that's the saving grace. He was well written,
We'll
even if it was propaganda.
We'll forgive good characterization. Good writing forgives a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It's like I said on this. Well, it wasn't this show, but a show I was on with Bunny once before. If the writing's good, if you make something good, it'll sell. If you don't, it won't. It's
right.
Imagine.
Well, the only thing that keeps the modern propaganda from working is their shitty writing.
Right.
I mean, I'm not joking. To look at the history of the Bush family. Yeah, we know they are connected to the Rothschilds. We are aware. Barry Santoro or something.
What? The Rothschilds? No, they're nice people.
There you go. Yeah. And oh, by the way, Barry Santoro had a best buddy who just happens to look like his current wife, and he was a male at the time. So, anyway,
there's a lot of that going on, isn't
it's
there?
neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. Anyway, so basically, prove me it wrong. At one point, I'm not sure you finished that thought. finish that thought for us. Anyway, so that is out of our conspiracies we've covered so far, having to do with America. And this is the poll. Which one do you think is the most important out of all of those? Or the one that's like got the most impact today? But there's 4 of them there. The Kennedy assassination. Somebody voted Kennedy. How you vote is you dial in a number for the appropriate, like 1, 2, 3, or 4, and that will count as a vote anywhere you're at. If you're on X, if you're on Rumble, if you're anywhere, if you vote in a number, it will show up as a on the poll. So feel free to vote away. Anyway, we will check this a little bit later. Okay. I'm sorry. I keep hitting the wrong button. All right. Okay. So that brings us to our current. All right. So far, what is a American conspiracy theory, all American conspiracy theory, that you would like to see us cover in the future?
Fluoride.
Oh, that's what we were going to do next time, wasn't it?
That is what we're going to do next.
Or possibly next.
We'll do that next. Yeah. We're doing that next Saturday. Yeah. X-Men is almost all female. Life, death is navel gazing nonsense. Yeah. What? Okay.
Another one is what's his name? The guy, the Batman guy, Tom King. Does he still work for the CIA? As
he did work as a station agent for the CIA, and he jokes about it all the time. He's like, "Oh, it's a conspiracy theory that I work for the CIA and that I'm involved in this stuff." Except every single character that he's involved with, and he gets put on every major character, he alters their whole entire structure of who they are, right. And always for the worse.
Is he still working for the CIA?
That's a good possibility.
Moralizing our heroes.
Well, they just put out a movie. Go ahead.
Does anyone ever really stop working?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah. The only difference.
It might be a lifelong thing, you know.
Now he gets 2 paychecks.
There you go. Well, I mean, there's kind of indication that there is no retirement from the CIA except for the star on the wall.
You're not retired until you die.
There you go. But there's a wall in the CIA. This is proven in Langley. That is just a bunch of stars, and they all represent somebody who died in service to the CIA, but there's no names on it because it's all supposedly classified. And so the thing about it is we don't know if people die in service of the CIA after they're supposedly working for the CIA, do we?
You have outlasted your usefulness. Bye-bye.
No, once the CIA, always CIA. There you go. Well, the whole entire what got Kennedy killed, according to the man who was involved with the mob, who claimed to be his assassin. And oh, by the way, there's 2 different interviews with this guy, and he died shortly after giving the interviews. By the way,
imagine that.
Heart attack. Heart attack gun. Here we go. But but he gave the weaponry. He said where he got it, and he gave the whole entire breakdown of what happened that day. And there was somebody that was sent to kill Lee Harvey Oswald, make it look like suicide. And Lee Harvey Oswald got wind of it and ran to the book depository. Yeah. But the guy that was there to kill him got accosted by a cop, and he killed the cop. And that cop got attributed to Lee Harvey Oswald. But this guy has he had all the receipts. He had exactly who was where and when, And he even had the weapon. The weapon that he used wasn't even like a gun per se. It was like a launcher.
I got another conspiracy. What was Kurt Cobain murdered?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. There's some.
That's
smoke
interesting.
There.
Yes, I have heard some pretty rumblings about that. Yeah.
There is a lot of smoke there. There. Yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely get Kurt Cobain in the future. That's definitely a good one. Okay, so we're doing fluoride. We are doing the fluoride thing next
Nice.
Saturday.
Okay.
Definitely. So the AI thing, the way AI is getting pushed right now. There's a group of women called Shunned at the Funeral. And it's 3 girls, and they never show the drummer, except like in extreme like distance or whatever. But there's actually live concert footage of these girls. Like the lead singer's a redhead, the lead guitarist is like black haired, and then they got a banjo player, this blonde haired girl, right? And the music is actually, it's almost algorithmically perfect. It'll raise hairs on the back of your neck because you're like, it's like catchy to a point where you're like, this is way too catchy. This is too catchy. You know, it's like your spidey sense goes up. And then you watch the video and it looks like it looks pretty damn realistic. But they're AI. It's been proven they're AI. If you look at the sound signature of their music, there's no waveform variation. It's all compressed. And that should be impossible if you have live performers. As a matter of fact, maybe I can bring them up right quick.
Okay.
I'll just show it right quick. But all this has been pushed in my feed. Yeah, I barely typed them in and it showed up. Okay. So, all right. So I'm going to show you this right quick. This is, and the funny thing about it is they're supposed to be Christian music, Christian rock.
I just looked at myself for the first time and I realized I look like the kind of person who should be on a conspiracy show.
You do. You fit right in, man. You fit right in, dude. All right. Hold on. Let me get the right thing up here. Here we go. All right. So this is them wishing everybody a happy 4th. Okay.
Right. Okay. Oh,
All right,
shit.
everybody.
Hang on.
Let me make sure I can see. Yeah. Okay. This is them wishing everybody a happy 4th.
Buddy, we just wanted to wish you all a very happy Independence Day. We feel incredibly blessed to live in a country where we're free to do what we do and to share the good news of Jesus Christ. And we'd also like to say thank you to everyone who has served our country. Your service and sacrifice make blessings like this possible, and we're truly grateful. And if you've served in the military, let us know down in the comments. We'd really love to thank you. We've got lots more videos coming soon, but today we just wanted to stop for a minute and thank God for the freedoms we've been given.
Now, Arkham
Wait.
says, oh,
Did we get sparklers? Yeah, we got sparklers. Yes!
Nothing called a living from the dead. Oh, carry me.
now
Okay.
Arkham
Well,
says they're clearly AI, but something about it is a little off. But I don't know. Like, I would have
Well-
loved it if you didn't tell me.
Yeah. Well, the concert footage.
If I sell stock at 10,000.
Well, the concert
Hey,
footage
everybody.
is what really gets me.
We just wanted to wish
Hold on 1 second. The concert footage is pretty incredible.
How can it be a concert if they're AI? They wouldn't even be
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. So watch this right quick.
We are shunned at a funeral.
Okay.
And thank you.
All right. This is not it. All right. Hold on. Let me find one with the concert. Here it is. All right. Nope. That's not it either.
I gotta say, Hollywood is cooked.
Yeah. They really are.
Hollywood is cooked, and I gotta also say, I don't trust anything. Like, I never trusted anything, but now
Yeah.
I double plus don't trust anything.
Okay.
No.
All right. Here it is.
We are shunned at a funeral. And thank you for not shunning us. All right.
They got a whole entire movement. They got fan club.
I tried to say they don't have one something. I think.
Yeah.
Every couple of ways, I don't know where.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like they came out of nowhere and they have like a show as big as Metallica.
Yeah.
Now, if the AI people had toned it down and made it a small festival,
Right.
it would have
Right.
been more believable. It was like a couple of years ago, Scientology put out this website to promote Scientology, and
Yeah.
they had like one of these guys speaking, and it was like a I don't know, like a big indoor arena, and you could see the same people just photoshopped over and over and over again. Like,
Right.
had they just toned it down, it would you know.
Well, I've looked at the.
Tone it down, make it small.
Yeah.
People will believe it. I'm
Well,
not arena show.
The thing about it is I mean, this he says he can tell it's AI a mile away, but if you look in the comments, there are so many people that think these chicks are real. There's guys that are like, as soon as you announce a concert, I'm flying to America, and people are like, yeah, good luck with that. But maybe an AI, but
Yeah, I mean, right now the tell is, hey, check this out. Check this out basically means to me, this is I'm going to try to see if you could get tricked. It's like back ever since that transgender person made it into that James Bond movie. This was like the 80s or the 90s.
Right.
Ever since then, people would be like, hey, do you think this girl's hot? Right away, I'm not giving an answer.
Oh, that
Because
was
the next thing is, that's a dude, you fag.
That was for your eyes only.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So ever since For Your Eyes Only came out, anytime anybody asks me if a girl is hot, I'm just like, I'd like potato chips. Like, I don't answer the question because you know it's a trap.
Well, it's like an Oscar, or it was like it won an Oscar for like Best Picture, but it had this guy in it named Jay something, I can't remember, but it was transgender, and you could not tell. I mean, you could not.
That was
tell.
the legs. You remember that poster with the legs? That was the man's legs. Yeah.
Right. But the thing about it is you know, when you see how astroturf this is, and I saw Rings of Pegasus, the guy, he does like he like tells you what's AI and what's not, or what's altered and what's not, and he does that as a YouTube channel, huge YouTube channel. And he brought these girls up, and he's like, this is AI. He says, but this is quality music. Theory-wise, it's quality music. I mean, it's got, it's funny because she not only does it have the banjo, which is kind of odd, but it works. But, you know, it's got the lead singer's got like a Janis Joplin meets Ann Wilson thing going on.
Yeah,
and she's a beautiful redhead and with tattoos, you know.
You remember the Will Smith eating spaghetti? Like it was it was like a LSD nightmare.
Yeah.
And
now you can't tell.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been tricked by AI a few times.
Yeah.
Well, Crying Game. That's the one. That's the one. Crying Game. Yeah. I worked in photography here at Lack of Reflection. Yep. Well, the thing about it is though, if you look at they've got a fan club. They've got icons. They've got like a social media presence.
They got OnlyFans girls that are making money, and these girls don't even exist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Spotify they're number one on like Spotify, in several and like the Christian rock category or whatever, and they don't exist.
Can you remember one of the things that Freddie Mercury said? He said that in the future, music is going to be all done by computers and digital, and it's going to be soulless.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm pretty sure he said something to that effect.
Well, the thing
he's not wrong.
Mercury
Go ahead.
Was pushing your stool for you, sir?
What's that?
Huh?
A bad joke. I said he was at a bar and he said to a guy, "Can I push your stool in?" Sir?
There you go. Right. Yeah, he's rear-ended more people than Freddie Mercury. I got it. Yeah, I know the jokes. Anyway. All right, I agree with Arkham. It's not much visual with the voice that gives it away. It's just something human about it. What got me?
It's like you got to start trusting your spidey sense.
Yeah. Well, the uncanny valley is not the way to figure it out anymore.
I hired somebody, and I paid for 2 pages of
Yeah.
art, and after the second page, I was just like, "This is AI." And Bill Williams sent me a website that you can upload a picture, and it'll tell you, you know. So I
Right.
was like, "Dude, you know, we're not. I don't know whose portfolio you stole,
Yeah.
but you tricked me for money, and you know, PayPal is going
Right.
to reimburse me, you know." So
Well, think about it this though. One thing that's making them that's breaking them so wide is the fact that people can watch their stuff without getting copyright strike
Right.
because it's derivative of other things. Because as soon as the AI live AI, which is filtering out anything live, anything humans that has any copyright attached to it, the live algorithm will strike you down. But this AI stuff is not attached to a copyright because they can't copyright it.
No.
And so it is like coming right through the wall of this live algorithm they got going on, AI algorithm. And so I can't play actual human beings doing that music unless if they're like independent. I can, like
Yeah.
somebody like Ren or Tom McDonald or Hanson. I can play them all day because they don't have a copyright like to that's
No.
enforced by YouTube.
No.
But this AI stuff, it just burns right through. And I mean, I showed this earlier. I must, but let me show it again. That's my character.
Yeah.
Does not exist anywhere but in my stuff. And I was able to do that with AI.
Well, that's all right. Yeah.
And it didn't take me long either. I just
But that's
typed in the
not
prompt. You know,
that's not pulling the wool over anyone's eyes.
no, it's
Rather,
not.
you know, like this live performance or supposedly live performance thing.
Right. Yeah.
So
John,
I
you gotta
shared
share that.
this is the website that you upload an image to, and it'll tell you if it's AI or not.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Well,
my
I've
God.
seen some stuff get flagged that wasn't AI, but
Yeah.
that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen often though. But think about it this though. It's just going to get harder and harder to tell. But the thing that's going to like burn through all of this stuff is the authenticity. People that are authentic, right?
Yeah.
But what scares me about those girls is the fact that is they have like backstories for all three of them. You know, and you see all these clips and they'll like tell their backstory like, oh, she told me to join this group, you know. And then I was looking at it and then but funny thing about it is it's very hard for AI to imitate a banjo. And so they'll have her walking away. They'll just like, you know, showing off her backside or whatever, so they don't think anybody's going to notice. And they don't.
Right.
They barely show the drummer except in like distance, because drumming is really hard for AI to replicate. And so you can tell like little tells like that, but eventually those things are going to be fixed. But you're seeing right now, you're seeing what looks like live footage of these three girls, like, and the music. I've listened to several tracks, and the music is good.
I saw.
It's very catchy, is what I'm saying. It's not necessarily.
I saw a little AI video, and it was so good. And it was Tong Po
Yeah.
from Kickboxer
Right.
versus Attila from Lionheart.
Yeah.
And they did the underground car park scene.
Right.
And they had a little scrap. It was really well done.
Wow. Yeah.
Of course, the
Hey,
irony
Marvin.
the irony is that those guys are actually brothers in real life, which is funny.
Right.
So,
Well, but the thing that's really going to start becoming important is actual talent. Because all this is going to wipe away that lower strata that's crept into everything mainstream that the DEI's like open the door for people that don't have talent outside of whoever they sleep with or what they were born as. You know, those people can be
is that the
replaced
plan?
by AI.
Is
What?
that
Go
the
ahead.
plan? Is that the plan?
I think it's what I think it's what the plan was. I think literally
let's get the
they lowered the
shittest.
bar.
Let's get the shittest people in, and then we'll save the day with AI.
Exactly. I honestly, I think it was the plan.
There you go.
Because,
That's a conspiracy theory.
well, I mean, yeah, that's what this show's about, right?
Yeah.
But you watch that the Supergirl. They hired a girl or a woman to do it. They had no credits outside of co-writing a short film.
Is that the writer for the Supergirl?
Yes, for
is it?
Supergirls.
Right.
That woman is an actress that has one credit to her name, and it's co-writing a short film. And they had her writing 3 movies.
I heard that the actress that plays Supergirl is not the worst part about it, which is surprising.
No, she did a decent job, except she evidently has no media savvy.
No, that's right. No.
At all. But it's like but you cannot have any kind of quality if you start out with crap.
No.
You can't make a souffle if you start with one of your ingredients is bull crap.
It would be a bullcrap souffle then.
It would be a bullcrap souffle, and
Mhm.
nobody's going to eat that. I'm sorry, it's not going to be good. Okay, but that's what they did. Ultimate artistic talent is not much about technical skill, but judgment and taste. Right.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose there's something from the soul that is transmitted into some sort of creation too,
Yes.
and of course AI doesn't have a soul. Well, certainly as far as we know, not yet anyway.
Somebody said that AI will never tell good stories because it can't get horny.
Oh, there you go.
You know what I mean? And
There you go.
I can't disagree, because how much of all even in Star Wars, there was Han Solo and Carrie Fisher flirting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
There was like this. You can see it now. It's obvious that Carrie Fisher and Harrison Ford were doing something behind the screen. But AI will never be able to replicate that with movies.
Right.
I mean, I say it now, but who knows in a couple of years? I can't believe I'm getting tricked, at least.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you wanted to believe when you was watching that video earlier.
Oh, well, you told me right away that it was AI, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at if you look at what was on the table, it looked like it came out of a Norman Rockwell painting. Nobody would set a table like that in real life.
It's funny you should mention something about like Star Wars. There, I was watching a reunion with Bruce Boxleitner and Claudia Christian from Babylon 5, and one of the things that they were just saying is that the cast and crew got on so well that all of that bled through into the final product, which is why it worked so well.
Right.
Again, that will not be replicated with.
Peter Jurassic and Andrea Kasoulis had some of the most incredible scenes in the whole thing. Those two loved each other. I mean, when Andreas Kasoulis died, who played the Norn, I can't remember his name. Jakar, maybe? I don't know.
Jakar, yeah.
But when he died, the other one, he didn't last too much longer because they were such good friends. So,
I think Peter Jurassic's still around though.
No, he died. He died a few years ago.
Was he?
I'm pretty sure he did. I could be wrong. Yeah, you might be right. But either way, I think we're going to see this period, and there's going to be lots of conspiracy theories about the rise of AI.
Yeah,
because this all got astroturfed so damn fast. I mean, it all got pushed through so fast, and there's no way that that group, and if I'm wrong, look them up, see how big they've gotten overnight. I didn't know they existed 2 days ago, and now they're all in my feeds. Because I watched one thing, and suddenly YouTube's pushing them at me nonstop, and it's called "Shunned at the Funeral." Yeah, and they don't exist.
Sounds like the name was created by AI.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but the genre that they're in is in particularly very heinous. It's Christian rock. And the reason why is because Christians are very gullible, especially older ones. And if you look in the the comments, it's like people are going like, "Oh, I was very blessed by this. This blessed my heart." You know, the biggest music producers in the world right now is this horrible church called Bethel, in California, and they are producing most of the Christian music you hear on the radio right now, and they are horrific. I mean, they are one of the
jokes on them.
Doctrinally, they're like the worst church
I still
I've ever
listen
seen.
to the Plasmatics, so the joke's on them.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Well, there you go. I mean, it's hard to beat Miss O.
Yeah.
The guy who played Veer died. Yeah, that was Stephen First.
Yeah,
Stephen
that's
First
right.
died,
He passed away.
Okay. So reunion crowd and crew and Nickelback's clearly good friends definitely came through in the show. I like that show a lot.
Yep, definitely an underrated Star Trek show, that one.
That was the last Star Trek show. It's a shame it ended.
Well,
the last decent
I'm
one.
told that third season of Picard is something I need to watch. If you are a Next Generation fan, it's like it's like a perfect bow to end that series. That's third season, and I've watched clips of it, and I'm like, I think I might have to see this. I think I might have to see this.
Wow.
Because
I don't want to see Ann Magnuson cursing at Picard.
Well, there you go.
That's stupid.
But think about this though. I don't think that was that third season. The third season was by Terry Matalas.
I think that was the first one. I think that was the first one.
Well, Terry Matalas, he basically is he proved that the thing that's wrong is the people at the top, or everything that's wrong with these things, because he got left.
They're always the problem.
Yeah. Well, see, Terry Matalas got handed the season 3 of Picard because they were like winding it down. They thought it was over because of the ratings, and they were approved for a third season. But the guys at charge, I can't remember his name, Kurtzman didn't have any interest in doing it, so he handed it to this underling who basically volunteered, and he turned out to be a big Trekkie named Terry Matalas,
helps.
And he approved all the scripts. He wrote most of it. And then he got everybody together, and it's like a love letter to Star Trek. And it's like so different from everything else that came out by Bad Robot during that time that it's like almost like an entirely different show. And of course, what did they do? They immediately took him off of everything.
J.J. Abrams, here's a conspiracy theory. J.J. Abrams sucks.
Yeah. Not a conspiracy.
That's a fact.
Not a conspiracy. Well, everybody agrees upon it. It's not a conspiracy. The Christian music still handles Messiah over 250. Never been topped. No, it never will be. Never will be. But yeah, I just want to bring that up. This AI band, man, they don't exist anywhere.
No.
Except for cyberspace, and yet they have concert videos of them. They have all these. They do all these shorts, and they. And when you watch it,
I like watching the AI cat kung fu movies when cats.
There you go. There you go. And some of the Star Wars stuff that's been coming out has really been good.
Oh yeah. What did I was watching one the other day. What the hell was it again?
They made
I saw one.
Avengers with the Sylvester Stallone as Iron Man and
oh yeah.
Snake.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, that was funny.
It's like the '80s Avengers. Yeah, I saw that.
They weren't trying to trick me, so you know what I mean.
No, that's right. The Star Wars thing I saw the other day was Darth Vader standing in the Jedi Temple, and Mace Windu comes in.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I watched one, and it wasn't AI. It was like made with CGI, I think, about 5 or 6 years ago, and it was the fight between Obi-Wan Kenobi as an old man and Darth Vader.
That's right. It's extended.
They extended it to make it make sense that this, and it made it epic. I mean,
it was pretty good. I will say it was pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, it blew my mind. I was like, I would pay money to see this in theaters, man, because it was it's like. It made Obi-Wan, kind of restored his badassery to him. He was an old guy, but it kind of like evened out from the rest of the series, all the amazing sword fights that were in the prequel trilogy, and it kind of brought it to like the original trilogy, and I thought it was really cool. But that stuff that can do the stuff they can do with AI and the way it's being pushed right now. Picard season 3 is not very good, but full of fan service. Season 1, anti-fan, where they destroyed all the hate the audience. Right. Well, the thing about it is, Tom Selleck would have been our 80s Tony Stark. Yeah, he would have been awesome.
I've got to do it then.
As a matter of fact, I think they patterned Tony Stark on Tom Selleck.
I've got to do it, but my God, Tony,
well,
Zeus, Apollo.
there you go. Oh my God. Anyway,
Yes.
but the thing. By the way, Jonathan Hillerman, Texan, not British, Texan. Anyway.
That was great. Obviously,
That's how good he was. That's how good he was. Anyway, but all I'm saying is this is moving so fast, and when you see how they have shot themselves in the foot so steadily in the last decade in the mainstream, the people that they've hired, the people that they've promoted, the people that they've put in charge of millions and millions and millions of dollars of project. I mean, Leslie Headland shouldn't even be in charge of a barber shop. And they gave that idiot like $450 million or something like that for that god-awful Acolyte show.
But I've got bad news. The Acolyte is still cancelled.
It's still canceled. Oh, well, anyway. And there was nothing competent.
What's going on? Like, why are all of these studios making the same bad decisions over and over again? There's a conspiracy theory.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing about it is suddenly AI shows up, and AI is able to, like, do stuff on this level this fast. I mean, I'm thinking about 2 years ago, they weren't capable. I mean, just in what I've been able to do with Grok recently, I looked at stuff I did early on, and it was like herky-jerky, and it wasn't smooth at all. And then I'm able to do that a little while ago. I mean, just with a prompt.
You look at like the likes of 80s cartoons, and then you look at how over time the animations have improved. And
that Cali Arts animation with the bean mouse and all that.
You look at CGI, the early CGI, and the likes of the prequel trilogy, which hasn't aged that well. But you look at it now, it's just like seamless. And of course, AI will be the same, probably.
Well, I mean, you look at John Byrne. I mean, what did he just do? He just put out the best comic that anybody's seen in about a decade. And it's like, why wasn't this guy being used in Marvel and DC all along? There you go.
Nice.
And is it as good as they say it is?
Said nobody wants art from a 70-year-old man.
Well, not from a transphobe, I think she called him.
But that is the conspiracy Rich Small that I just brought up. Why are they putting these? I don't want to sound like a misogynist, but like the wrong women. I'll temper it to the wrong.
Well, I mean, we're not talking Weezy Samuelson or Annie Nocenti here. No.
Right. Nobody had a problem with Annie Nocenti. Everybody loves Louise Simonson.
Yeah.
I know Louise Simonson doesn't want to work anymore, but Walt Simonson does. And man, his art is better than ever.
I just watched something he did I looked at something he did on Facebook the other day, and I'm like, holy crap.
That tapestry with all of his Thor characters?
Yes.
Yeah, he showed that when he was on my channel, and oh my God,
wow!
That should be a poster, and I'll put it over this blue wall right over here.
And he is still spry, man. He is still ready to go.
And he said 2 years ago that he was available for work.
Yep.
And that's what Heather Onta says. Nobody wants to see art from 70-year-old men. What a coincidence! The biggest selling comic book is by a guy who's been retired for 15 years.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's somebody who basically just said, I hate what the mainstream is doing to the X-Men. I'm just going to write my own fan fiction, and then the fan fiction became better than anything that they're putting out.
Well, I mean, you look at some of the fan films that are floating about on YouTube. Star Wars ones, they're pretty good. They're pretty decent.
Yeah.
And again, some of the AI content that we were just talking about, some of that's better than the slop that's coming out of Disney.
What I think is going to happen, and I think it's not what they intend to happen. What I think is going to happen is I think actual fans are going to take these AI tools and do better than what the mainstream's doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think what they expect to happen is that AI is going to be is going to be the most powerful thing in AI. But I think what's going to happen is fans and AI is going to be the most powerful thing. It's
Yep.
gonna
But
happen.
Bunny, you have said on numerous occasions, and including the show I mentioned earlier where we were talking about writing,
Yeah.
is that the independence is where it's at these days,
Yeah.
and will continue to be,
Yep.
because the fans have got a better idea about what is really the core principles of these properties.
Right.
So
Yeah, I know about that, Sifter. Yeah. Conspiracy theory, all the great work of Brian Claremont's actually done by Byrne, not to Claremont. Oh, okay. Well, that's a possibility. We're seeing now. We're seeing now how good Byrne is at writing, and he's pretty damn good.
I've been saying Burns a better writer than Claremont for decades, and
There you go.
my proof is name something besides the X-Men that Chris Claremont wrote that you liked. Now,
Right.
yes, before the X-Men, he did Iron Fist, but that wasn't.
Yeah.
He did a couple of good stories in Marvel Team Up, but that's it. But Byrne, he did the Fantastic Four, he did the X-Men, he did She-Hulk, he did the Next Men, he did Submariner,
Well,
he did the West Coast Avengers.
I'm going to go even further. If you see the Mutant Massacre, very little of that was written by Claremont. It was written by the X-Men Room.
Okay.
And Weezy Simonson basically was over that X-Men Room. That's who Jim Shooter basically left in charge. And he said that Weezy Simonson basically was the mastermind behind the Mutant Massacre.
And I'm not taking away from Claremont. I like Claremont, but I just I mean,
well, I'm just saying.
did a short
when you
run on the
see how
Fantastic-
he's rolled over and showed his belly politically in the last few years, when he could have stood up for it.
Claremont did a short, very poorly received run on the Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
it was awful.
Claremont did Iron Fist with Byrne. I have all his issues. Yep. There you go. David Byrne might just be bigger than we thought. But right now he's bigger in comics. I actually went by my comic shop and they didn't know what I was talking about. And so I'm like, well, my comic shop stays open inexplicably.
This sold out before it even went to market. Mark Miller, one of the biggest comic book name people, is on a list to get it because it's sold out. He's like, anybody know where I can? It's selling on the back market. They're going to do a whole nother print run.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
I think a lot of people are reevaluating a lot of things reading that comic. But the thing about it is, it just proves that quality is still out there. It's just not being utilized deliberately. No. I mean, people who have the ability it's like if you had a 3-picture treatment by George Lucas himself.
Right.
Who in the world would throw that out? And yet, as soon as he came through the door, KK threw it out.
And it stunk. George Lucas works best when somebody else is tempering him. He needs
his wife basically saved that series. Yeah.
And same with Spielberg. Didn't his last movie just come and go and nobody saw it?
What was that? Disclosure Day. Yeah, I heard that was
Yeah. Well, it didn't help that he pissed off every Christian in America before it came out.
Yes.
Spielberg works great when he's working with somebody else, or when he's terrified that his career is over, and that's when he
There you go. Yeah, he's too fat and happy and content now.
That guy needs a little. Sometimes you need a little bit like when I bought my house, I was like, oh man, I can't afford to.
What was it?
I was like hustling at work, working a lot of overtime and stuff.
That Spielberg had a bit of a flop.
Mm-hmm.
Who had one before? Was it Francis Ford Coppola with Metropolis or something? That didn't.
Megalopolis, I think it's
Megalopolis.
Called. Yeah. That was Coppola. That thing flopped a bit bad.
Yeah, so that's funny. That's Coppola and Spielberg. Yeah.
But the thing about it is Taylor Sheridan is huge right now.
Yeah,
and he told America. I mean, he told the intelligentsia where to stick it. He said, "I don't need you. I don't. You can keep your Emmys. You can keep everything. I'm fine over here." But and every single show that he's got right now is up for renewal.
Right. I haven't really seen them. I've seen clips of them. Well, I've seen maybe what was the one 1886? That's Yellowstone, isn't it?
But he has all the A-list actors are basically in his stuff because they know it's good.
Yeah,
it's old school writing.
Imagine that.
I'm told the Tulsa King is really good.
The experts whenever they say trust the experts, I know I'm being bullshitted too.
Yeah, exactly. But he's the first one to ever do it. But he just basically said, I don't need your Emmys. I don't need nothing from you. He says, I'm fine on my own. Go, you stay over there and I'll be fine over here. And he got, people tried to cancel him over that, but they can't cancel him because he meant it. He absolutely meant it. He's like, I don't need you. I'm bigger than you now, And the thing about it is you see all these actors that are coming out on these causes and everything, and trying to throw their weight around like they used to, and people are just not having it. They're just ignoring them.
It's funny. You should just bring that up.
Oh,
did you hear who's cross right now? George Takei and Will Wheaton are upset that The Rock is not being political anymore.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, I saw that. They called him a coward.
They're
or
also
whatever.
upset that The Rock still has work and they don't. So
Yeah.
Imagine.
this is just such feminine energy of just like, oh,
Yeah.
that girl is prettier than me, so I'm going to tell her to get a tattoo.
Hey, Will Wheaton, how about you go to 6'4", 280 Rock and tell him off to his face. Go ahead, do that, kid. I'd love to see that.
That would be so. It doesn't matter what you think.
Do you smell what the Rock is cooking? Sorry, I used to do it better than that. Anyway, but that's the thing though. Is like it's gonna be the best of times and the worst of times. But
If The Rock just looked at the camera and said, "Wesley, shut up," I'll go see his next movie.
oh, there you go.
Shut
Absolutely.
up, Wesley. Oh yeah, that would be great.
Okay, one more conspiracy for you.
Know your role and shut
your
up,
role.
Wesley.
And shut your damn mouth. Yeah.
Here's a conspiracy theory: does ivermectin cure cancer?
Probably.
That's a good one. Maybe
or possibly you could take that further and say, have they already cured cancer?
Well,
Yeah.
Then Steve Jobs wouldn't have died, right?
Well, it just depends, doesn't it? I mean,
well, Steve Jobs wouldn't use typical like modern medicine at all.
From the whole conspiracy side of things, you would have to think, well, some people they just let die.
Yeah. Well, I saw that last year. I won't go into that, but let me point this out. Okay, yesterday at Mount Rushmore, we had one of the biggest firework displays in American history. We had a great speech by American president, flyover by the Air National Guard, and hundreds of thousands of people there attended. Did not see anything in mainstream media about it. I didn't know it had happened. It wasn't on channels anywhere. Okay, today the biggest story in mainstream is the Patriot Front showed up and marched around Washington. This fake group of white nationalists with masks on marched around Washington for a few hours, and then went away. The SPLC probably funds them. Okay.
I guess they still have some extra money laying around.
I guess they did. I guess it might have got some more Soros bucks or something like that. But that was all over X. All the mainstream wanted to talk about was that, and they just called them a white supremacist group, and everybody was correcting them. And it's funny that everybody's correcting them. It's like, oh, the SPLC, it must have found some money in their budget.
Yeah, there's that picture of that black girl on the subway with them. Do you see the picture of them? I find it ironic that a black girl on the subway in the South is safer around a group of white supremacists than a white girl is around the average black guy in the South.
That's interesting. That is very interesting.
Did you see that? Did you see that there was a group of black guys beat the crap out of a white guy down in England somewhere, and
I don't believe that.
The white guy got arrested.
Oh yeah,
the white guy. As a matter of fact, they ran right up, and the white guy who was getting swung because somebody came up on him and he was being beat by a whole group of guys.
What is going on in Great Britain? It's literally the police force are there to keep the white people suppressed.
Yeah.
What
and only
is
the white
going on?
people. And only white people. Yeah. Just ask Henry about that one, right?
Hey guys, you want to come over and move to the UK?
No, not at all.
It's great. You'll love it here.
No. With lack of air conditioning alone, I'm going to have
Oh,
to
by
pass
the
on
way,
that
guys,
one.
I just would like to say I got a split unit. It's freezing down here. My nipples hurt. Screw you guys over there in Europe.
Birmingham people on X asked everyone not to share that video. Yeah, I saw
Right,
that.
yeah,
That
that's
real,
right,
did
they
they
did.
really ask, or is that because I?
Yeah, they
know how
really
they
they
were-
were
Oh,
asking
yes,
people
so
not to share this video.
You know, big.
So people shared it and they said, "Well, this is the video that they don't want us to share." You know.
It's just like,
What
whoops.
is going on, and what will it take? I mean, you got to get rid of that king. I don't know how loyalist you are, but Prince Charles is a Muslim,
Yeah.
and we all know that Muhammad is really Baphomet. So I mean,
There you go.
what's
There you
going
go.
on?
Yeah, the whole Baphomet
It's
thing, that's pretty
Baphomet.
interesting. You do know that Baphomet is transgender, right?
Right. And did you know that the word Baphomet is a corruption of the word Muhammad? The Templars were accused of worshiping Baphomet. The name Baphomet is derived from Muhammad. Muhammad is Baphomet. You
And
can argue with me all you want, but-
Baphomet came from Bel.
Mm.
and they said
Yeah.
it was they took a human head and cut it and stuck it on the wall.
Yeah.
And it spoke to him.
There you go. Anyway, meanwhile, we went down that rabbit hole. Let's take a look at the poll. See if if you haven't voted yet, everybody.
I'm the only one
Put
who voted.
just put a number
Does that
into the
even
chat,
count?
and that will allow you to vote. Now, Kennedy assassination, the FBI trilogy, which is Ruby Ridge, Waco, and Oklahoma City.
I
combo.
voted for Kennedy because if not for Kennedy, nothing else could have happened.
There you go.
That was the coup. That was the American coup when the CIA took over.
Yeah, that's really the first time a lot of people saw that the machine saw the shape of the machine.
Yeah.
That's why they suddenly say, "Oh, you're a conspiracy theorist." You know,
A
that's
must
the first
slip
time.
moment.
Yeah. Building 7, the building that fell after the towers mysteriously. They talked about it before it happened on national news, actually BBC. So they missed a cue, evidently. MK Ultra, which is the CIA mind control. They talked about it on the Capitol just the other day. You can find it on C-SPAN.
Yeah, didn't Tulsi whatever it's called, declassify a lot of those documents on her
Yep.
last day?
Yeah, she did last day, especially the stuff concerning Fauci. So
And the new guy whose name I can't remember, didn't he just fire a bunch of people on his first day?
Oh,
I can't remember. I don't know who replaced her.
Yeah, I can't think of his name, but from what because there's a guy that I've been saying I've been disillusioned with Trump lately, and he's like, don't give up. So like every day I wake up to like good stuff that's going on, and he sent me this thing about a bunch of people getting fired.
Well,
Bill Pulte fires dozens of deep state officials.
yeah, there you go. Well, I think a lot of this is taking time to kind of like
Right.
because you know it's so
I find that
entrenched.
anything fast in the government usually doesn't last long, and it usually isn't good.
Yeah.
But I'm an impatient person.
Oh, I know. We
I
all
want
are.
to see Fauci. I want to see all these people,
Right.
Dragged before the courts.
Well, the thing that got me black pilled the most is the fact that Don Lemon is still walking around. He
He's
went
still a
into
thing.
a church.
Yep.
He went into a church and
he's a
attacked
reporter.
people.
He's a reporter.
And he said it specifically because they were white.
Right.
That is a hate crime. That's hate crime up there with blowing up those poor girls in Alabama. And he got nothing happened to him.
yeah, but it doesn't count. It's just slagging off white
Do
folk.
you remember when that girl punk rock band went into a Catholic church in Russia and they got arrested? They got separated. And all I could think of at the time was screw them.
Right.
They
Right.
were protesting. People have freedom of speech, and I don't know what the laws are in Russia, but even in the United States, you're not allowed to break into a church.
No.
Those people in church aren't the government.
Well, if it had been a synagogue or a mosque,
the point is, those were just regular church-going people having a.
Yeah.
And also, these arrogant punk rock kids come in and disrupt it. You knew those weren't the enemy; those were your
Yeah.
people. Go, you know,
Well,
I get mad at all these.
since
people
then, most of those people have been brought up on charges.
Good, yeah.
Except for Don Lemon.
Yeah,
Right, yeah, of course.
That jackass is still walking
Like
around
all of these
free without any
climate
charges on his
activists
head.
gluing themselves to the road. Like, dude, all
Yeah.
you doing is making me want to. I want rubber.
I want to bathe in oil now. Thank you. Thanks to
Did
you.
you
I
see
want to
that
bathe
one?
in it.
Did you see that one in Germany where the folk had, glued their hands to the cement and the coppers
Yeah.
were ripping them off and they're like going, "Ow, ow, ow." I'm sat there going,
What I want to do is I want one of them to lose a finger.
Leave them.
From that.
Why are
Yeah.
they removing them? Leave them. Just go carry on traffic. Just
Yep.
leave them.
Yep.
Leave them.
There you go. There you go. I hope you don't get hit.
I always laugh, at those folk that just sit in the middle of the road and cars are trying to get past them. And I'm like, do you think they would move if somebody was coming head on with a steamroller?
What I want to see happens, I want to see somebody run over all the Islamic people that are like trying to pray in the middle of roads.
Oh, they're just, some of them.
I would jack off to that probably. Anyway.
Oh, Sifter says if ivermectin cures cancer, then cancer is like a parasite. That's
Yeah.
one of the new theories now.
Well, it
I
operates
think-
very
so
much
that's-
like a parasite, doesn't it?
I'm not sure if I believe this, but like I said, I love a good conspiracy theory, but most of them I don't believe. But
Wait,
Yeah.
cancerous parasitical stuff? It sounds like politicians.
Oh, it does. It does.
yes, you're right.
Yeah, there was Orthodox Church got 2 years in penal
Yeah,
colony
but
for
those
that.
people in the Orthodox Church, they aren't the enemy. They're just regular people, who work jobs and stuff like that.
No.
Go down to the Kremlin and disrupt the Kremlin meeting, and then I'll be on your side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
but
you
won't.
just went after you went after low hanging fruit, people that are
Right,
peaceful,
right,
people are just trying to
Just
worship,
people, regular nice people probably going to church. I'm sure the average person in Russia is a nice person. The average person in Iran is probably a nice person. You know what I mean?
The Persians are all nice. It's the
Right,
the people that are in charge of them. They have their own
It's
army.
mostly-
They don't even have the
government.
Iran army. They have their own army.
So,
They're an occupying force.
What do you think of this conspiracy theory? Again, I'm just throwing it out there. But somebody said that the homosexuals are filled with parasites from all of this gay sex, and ivermectin gets rid of the parasites, and they're no longer gay. And that's one of the reasons why ivermectin is being banned, because it cures homosexuality.
Okay. That is definitely a conspiracy theory I've never heard before.
Right.
And,
I'm not saying I believe it, but I'm saying I love
we're still up. We're still up, so there you go.
Yeah, okay. Let's not get too
Hold on,
carried
hold on.
away here,
Who are you?
gentlemen.
Yeah, I got Will Wheaton and George Takei coming at my door now.
No,
Oh,
you don't want
why?
that. Don't want that.
Why?
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Okay, so all right, I'm going to go ahead and close this poll out. It looks like Kennedy is running away with it anyway. Which makes sense because Kennedy's kind of like the beginning of all of it.
Right, he's ground zero for all this stuff.
Yeah. Well, Kennedy's kind of like the first time that people realize, oh my God, I don't think that we're in charge of the government anymore.
No.
That's probably. I mean, they should have. I mean, around J.P. Morgan, what J.P. Morgan pulled off, people should have been wakened then. But and then what Woodrow Wilson did to the government, but
Woodrow Wilson was the worst president we've ever had.
Definitely. There's before him and after him, and
we
nothing
covered
good
that,
came out
didn't
of
we?
it.
Did we covered?
Yeah, we
Woodrow
covered
Wilson.
him. Woodrow Wilson evil, and yes, we definitely confirmed that one. Definitely confirmed that one.
So Cruel. Let me ask you that. Do you think King Charles? Do you think he's just playing the long game? Like, okay, Britain is going to be a majority Muslim, so I might as well befriend these people. Or do you think he is Muslim? You know what I mean? And because of him being Muslim, he's bringing in all these Muslim people.
Well, I think he's a founding member of the World Economic Forum.
Yeah.
So their plans, I don't really know.
Or as I like to call them, the Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
Well, that's an insult to hawk an animal, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know if I
Real
don't know.
LOD.
Yeah, I don't know if King Charles is actually a Muslim. I don't know how much he
There you go. There you
likes Islam and whatnot, but it is part of the agenda to destroy
go. Right.
Britain and bring in digital ID and so on, create chaos and then present that solution. That's my opinion, but I'm sure there's a lot more than just that.
Well, I think it's more than I think it's to import a population that does not fundamentally believe in inalienable rights and personal freedom,
Yeah.
and
Well,
have no loyalty to the host country. Look at this.
what they're trying to destroy, is Christianity.
Right.
Pretty much, yeah.
When I say Western civilization, one of my friends said this to me the other day, and it was like a lightning bolt. He goes, what you're calling Western civilization, only 20, 30 years ago, we called Christendom.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
Right.
geez, I've been
Right.
so conditioned, I forgot that. But,
Yep.
now like Mandani, he's now the mayor of New York. He has no respect for American values, traditional values,
No.
the way we do things, and that's what they're doing.
You're currently seeing the Democratic Party being taken over by the Socialist Democrats,
right,
which are straight up communists.
right.
They're straight up communists. I
Well,
mean,
I'm
there's
really
something.
curious. You're wrong.
To see if Jimmy Palmiotti actually turns.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. King Charles is not a founding member. Klaus Schwab's founded in 1971, I think. King Charles worked with WWF Sustainable Initiative, but did
Oh,
not
right, okay.
found it. Okay, 1971. Okay,
He's certainly
I'll
a high
take
up.
Aaron, I'll take Aaronberg's word for it. He happens to know.
Oh, he knows more about that.
He
He
knows
knows everything.
Yeah.
But anyway, but Charles was there at the founding, so you can
Yeah,
definitely
that's
call
what I'm
him a
getting at.
founding member.
Yeah.
I don't think you're too far off in that.
Yeah. He is very high up in that organization. Let's at least put it that way.
Yeah, that's how you get your ex-wife killed, and everybody walk away from it. Anyway, won't go down that rabbit hole.
I think that was an occult ritual. Sister Diana, named after the moon, was killed on the bridge. Tell me that wasn't an occult ritual.
There you go. Holy Western Roman Empire saved the world from Islam scourge. Yeah.
We need Charles Martel.
And the fact that school children, it's not commonly known who Baldwin IV is like the biggest travesty.
He's the one who made Biodome with Pauly Shore, right?
No, that's Stephen Baldwin. That's Stephen Baldwin. I am talking about the Leopard King who kicked the ass of the biggest, the most legendary Muslim general of all time. Saladin.
Was that Kingdom of Heaven, the movie?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he was in Kingdom of Heaven, but he did it before then.
Oh, okay. I've seen the movie.
That was him before. That was him during the turnover.
Right.
True slip. Unlike Charles, is Muslim doesn't shape government. Weak and misguided, problem infiltrating power. UK, certain group, just like in York. Yeah, gotcha. You're right. Yeah, no. Baldwin IV, he developed leprosy, and he got the kingdom when he was like 16 years old. And the first thing he did was he went out against an overwhelming army. Basically strapped to his saddle because he couldn't hold it with his legs. His legs were too weak. And his sword tied to his hand, and led the biggest rout of Saladin ever had in his entire career. Overwhelming force against an overwhelming force, and he just did it sheer by cleverness and badassery. They thought he died during the battle, but when they got to him, he was covered in blood, and it turned out most of it was his own. But he managed to survive, and he ruled for about another 10 years. But leprosy just eating him alive. But it never ate his mind. But Baldwin IV is one of the most badass people in all of history, and barely anybody knows about him.
Yeah.
In modern times, and that is a travesty. There's one movie that he's in, and that's Kingdom of Heaven, and that's him at the end of it.
And he was good in The Usual Suspects, the fourth Baldwin.
Ah,
Why do I try? Why do I try? I try to educate you guys, and I get nothing. Scarily, a lot of sounds like Grant Morrison's Invisibles. Okay.
I read Grant Morrison's Invisible. There's 3 volumes. I read them as they came out, and then I reread them. I read them 3 times, and I have no recollection of that comic. I think there's a spell on that comic.
There you go. Well, it is invisible, right? Yeah, that could very well be a very good historical comic. Baldwin the Fourth would be. He's good for books. He'd be good for movies. He'd be good for television shows. He'd be good for everything. Saladin was a Kurd. Most of their Arab mathematicians of the Golden Age of Baghdad were actually Persian. Yep. Isn't he in Braveheart as well? No, he's not in Braveheart. That's England.
No. That's Robert the Bruce's father. That's got that.
He had leprosy too, but no. He's in Kingdom of Heaven. He doesn't last long, and he's not in there long. But
no, he's not in the movie.
He's actually voiced by Edward Norton.
Wow,
uncredited.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Edward Norton. It leaked later, but Edward Norton never told anybody that he voiced Baldwin because he wanted people to see Baldwin.
Right. Yeah.
He didn't want
with the
people
mask and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. But Baldwin said something. There's a line that Baldwin speaks in that movie that's, he's like, when you stand before God, you cannot say that someone told me thus and that I did this because someone else did this. It's just because your soul is in your hands alone, and what you do is under your control. And that's not exactly what he said, but that's the basic, and I think that's a message a lot of people need to get. You need to stop being controlled by your victimhood and start, Zoroastrians, yeah. Zoroastrians actually it's actually a monotheism, the one true God. So they're actually a sister religion to Christianity. Anyway, just don't joke. Just joke. Don't mind me. No big deal. Anyway, thank you all for coming. Hey, Robert D. Baldwin. Yeah. Okay, I got you. All right. Har. All right. Thank you all for coming. So we come up with a few more I think conspiracies we can cover in the coming years, or coming few episodes. But next week we're returning. This is a special episode. We're not.
This is a very special episode.
Yeah, we're just doing it every other week. Leopard Messiah. Gotcha.
I thought you said he was the Leopard King, like the Lizard King, but the Leopard King.
The Leper King. Yeah. Anyway, it's like an archetype or something. Yeah. All right. Zoroastrians were the Magi from the East. Yep, that's a good possibility.
The Magi. Okay.
It's a good possibility. Yeah. Baldwin IV died in 1185, age 24. Robert Bruce was King of Scotland from 1306 to 1329. Yeah,
that's
quite a bit earlier. Yeah, thank you for that. All right, so yeah, we got a few conspiracies added to the teal. We're going to return next week talking about is fluoride a CIA plot? So that's next week, and we will return. We will see you then. Till then, y'all have a very happy 4th. And
we'll gotta go outside. I can hear the fireworks starting.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.